is up, everybody? Welcome back to simulating 20 years of NASCAR Thunder 2003. It's your boy JK, and we are here in 2015. We're starting to get down to the end of it, which this has been a crazy run. We got 6 years left, I think. Well, after this season, it'll be 6. So, I mean, that's just nuts. That's nuts. The support's been crazy. If you end up liking this video, I hope you like it. Click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with one of your friends. We're up to 189 subscribers as of today, which this is being recorded on the 8th of April. Last episode should have come out on the 9th. And this is either going to come out Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure, but we're going to pump out some stuff because I really want to get to the NASCAR Thunder 2000 sim. But obviously, we're not going to lose any of the quality content that I put out. Yeah, it's not going to be like the end of Game of Thrones, which went downhill faster than shit in Season 8. But if you did watch last episode, you already know. If you didn't, go check it out. Jeff Gordon won his 8th championship and retired. And we got a new face in the Hendrick 24. That's right, Johnny Sauter took over the 24. I hope he's good. If he's not good, that's on me. But we have all 3 Sauters in here. Tim and Johnny are teammates, which is cool. And yeah, Ricky Rudd retired. He's replaced by Coy Gibbs. Bobby Hamilton retired. He's replaced by James Finch. It's all popping off. I think this is all leading up to Dale Earnhardt Jr. being able to win a couple more titles, and maybe we'll see the emergence of Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, somebody like that. Jimmy Johnson, maybe even. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to see from this point forward. All the big players, all the consistent players are gone. And that just leaves whoever the hell wants to take the throne. Could be Ron Hornaday, for all I know. That would be sick. Ron Hornaday's been awesome in 2 seasons. Brian Vickers, hell of a disappointment. Hashtag NASCAR busts. Although he did have 2 top 5s last season. I don't know. But there's only one way to find out and to know, and that's to simulate. So we are going to head to the Daytona 500, and we're going to get 2015 started right now. Make sure to click the like button if you end up liking it, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. I already said all this, but yeah, 189 subscribers. That's nuts. We're 11 away from 200, which is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, God. Not exactly a dream debut for Johnny Sauter nor Coy Gibbs. Chad Chaffin also DNFs. Dale Jr. DNFs for 15-second margin of victory. Must have been a big one on the last lap. Sterling Marlin, bro. Sterling Marlin. 3rd Daytona 500 of the sim. Hasn't won a Daytona 500 since 2010. And he's back, baby. Sterling Marlin with the win. Tony Stewart finishes 2nd. Matt Kenseth, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Green, Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, Johnny Benson, Tim Sauter with the top 10, and Mark Martin. Ryan Newman just outside, knocking on the door in 11th. How about that? Sterling Marlin, 3 Daytona 500s. I think that gives him 5 total. I think he won 2 in the mid-90s. We've gone over this before. I just don't have it written down in my Google Sheets. Holy cow, blowout city again. 15.2 second margin of victory. James Finch DNFs. Ron Hornaday DNFs. Damn it. Jay Sauter, sorry. Jeff Burton also DNFs. Bobby Labonte DNFs after starting on the pole. Oh boy. Oh boy. Matt Kenseth, your winner at Rockingham. Dale Jr. finishes 2nd. Sterling Marlin, Johnny Sauter in 4th with a top 5. Mark Martin 5th. Kevin Harvick, Jeremy Mayfield, Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, Ashton Lewis Jr., John Andretti just outside in 11th. That's crazy. Johnny Sauter, 2nd race. DNFs at Daytona, finishes 4th. Ooh, man. The 24 car is still going to be good, I think. Holy shit. 1/10 of a second the margin of victory. This has to be the season of the DNF as Junior, Kurt Busch, Michael Waltrip, Brian Vickers, Johnny Sauter, Mark Martin, Bobby Labonte. Holy shit. Everybody DNF'd. Everybody DNF'd except for Jeff Burton, who wins. Matt Kenseth in second. Tony Stewart, Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin, another top 5. Ryan Newman, Jeff Green, Tim Sauter, Jimmy Johnson, and Kevin Harvick. That's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. Johnny Benson in 11th. Elliott Sadler in 12th. But look at all the DNF. There's been so many DNFs already to start the year. Good lord. Oh my gosh, bro. Ricky Craven, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeremy Mayfield all DNF this race. The year of the DNF to start. 4.5 second margin of victory. Matt Kenseth goes back-to-back. Sterling Marlin finishes runner-up. Led 94 laps. Pretty good day for old Sterling. 10 bonus points, too. Should be doing good in the standings so far. Tim Sauter in 3rd. Mark Martin in 4th. Dale Jr. in 5th, bouncing back after 2 DNFs here early. Tony Stewart, Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, and Kurt Busch, your top 10. Kenseth back-to-back wins. Somebody I completely overlooked. Kenseth could be he's a championship threat every year, it feels like. Winning a bunch of races. Maybe if he can finally find the consistency, he can get it done. Holy shit. Again? 1 second margin of victory. Look at all the DNFs. Rusty Wallace, Tim Sauter, Jimmy Johnson, Harvick and Earnhardt Jr. Oh my god. And Mark Martin wins at Bristol. Sterling Marlin finishes 2nd. Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, Jeremy Mayfield with a top 5. Johnny Sauter with a 6th place finish. Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, Ron Hornaday rounds out the top 10. Craven finishes 11th. Johnny Sauter, when he finishes, he's been good, but he needs to finish more races. How about Mark Martin? How about Sterling Marlin's start to the season? Drove up through the field. Led a bunch of laps, too. Who led the most laps? Dale Jr. led the most laps and then DNF'd. Fantastic. I genuinely have no idea what we're going to see. Oh my god. They're tied. Kenseth and Sterling Marlin tied for the points lead. Kenseth with 2 wins just sneakily has 56 career wins. I mean, he's been really good. Other than 2004 where he didn't win a race, but he's been so good in the simulation. He's like Mark Martin territory. Drivers without a championship win, except I don't know what his best... Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, a handful of thirds, a second, 2005. So he's not been runner-up in the points as many times as Mark, but he's had a lot of really good finishes that haven't resulted in championships. But I mean, after 6 races, Jesus. 2.2 average finish. And then Sterling with the 1 win, 5 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and an average finish of 2.6. That is insane consistency from those guys. I mean, it's only the first 6 weeks of the season, but still, that is just nuts. James Finch, DNF. Scott Wimmer started on the pole, DNF. Jeremy Mayfield, another DNF. 1.3 second margin of victory here at Martinsville. And it's Dale Jr. Welcome back to the party, sir. Welcome back to the party. Tony Stewart led 218 laps. Good God. Rusty Wallace finishes in 2nd. Tony Stewart led the most laps, finished 3rd. Bobby Labonte and Matt Kenseth still in the top 5. Sterling Marlin just outside the top 5. Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, and Jimmy Johnson rounds out the top 10. Newman in 11th. But holy cow. I mean, first time that Sterling's been outside the top 5. Matt Kenseth barely squeaks by in the top 5. He's been in the top 5 every race. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. Thankfully, nobody DNFs. Coy Gibbs. Yikes. That's just... He finished 41st in a Talladega race that had no cautions. 2.5 second margin of victory. Coy Gibbs, RIP Coy Gibbs first off, but Coy Gibbs, we need you to be up front, brother. You have Robert Yates power. Oh, how about it? Sterling Marlin back in victory lane. He took that personal not finishing in the top 10 or in the top 5 last race. Bobby Labonte in second. Rusty Wallace in third. Jeff Burton in fourth. Ron Hornaday drives all the way through the field. Holy crap. Led a lap, too. Finishes fifth. Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Johnny Sauter, Matt Kenseth, and Kurt Busch. Your top 10. Ryan Newman down there in 11th. Interesting to see that rookie Johnny Sauter's coming in, and he's already better than Jimmy Johnson. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Jimmy Johnson has been so bad in this run. I did another one just for fun, just to see what would happen, and Jimmy Johnson won 2 races, 3 races, something like that, and finished second in the points. Why couldn't we have gotten that? Ryan Newman won multiple races the first year of the Sim 2. Damn you, NASCAR Thunder 2003. Couldn't have given me something like that. I could have got Jamie McMurray in the 4 car in that too. That would have been way better than the 16. The 16's been shit. Oh, man. Oh, well. Maybe we'll do another one of these at some point. But this one's been pretty good. I can't even complain about this one. It's been great. How does Ron Hornaday finish back up a top 5? By DNFing, of course. Kurt Busch also DNFs. Topsy-turvy. Kenseth wins. Yeah. 9-second margin of victory. Whooped the field. Led 200 laps. Not surprised. Matt Kenseth likes to do that. Mark Martin finishes second. Tony Stewart's been up here a lot in third. Dale Jr. Kevin Harvick in fifth. Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Johnson, Johnny Benson, Brian Vickers with a top 10. Tim Sauter with a top 10. Jeff Burton just outside in 11th. Jimmy starts on the pole at Texas, doesn't lead a lap, and finishes 7th. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Jimmy's supposed to be the king of Texas. Not doing shit. I'm just happy he finished this one, honestly. Oh my god. Well, we went 69 laps. Nice. Ron Hornaday DNFs again. Jeremy Mayfield DNFs also. Ashton Lewis Jr. Good god. Harvick, Jesus. Harvick, you can't do this, man. We need you to win a championship, brother. Oh my god. Kenseth wins again. He might win 10 races this year. Vickers finishes second. Led the most laps. Unbelievable. Brian Vickers is doing stuff. We called him a bust, and now he's doing stuff. Mark Martin finishes third. Rusty Wallace, Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Bobby Labonte, and Johnny Andretti is your top 10. Jay Sauter, good god. There's so many Sauters, it's hard to keep track of. He finishes in 11th. How about Brian Vickers? The 88 might be coming alive. Or it's his, 2 races that he's good. Like we saw last year, and he just sucks the rest of the time. I don't know. I don't know. 0.6 of a second margin of victory. Banger of a finish. 7 cautions. All the DNFs. Benson, Sauter, Jay Sauter, Labonte, Craven, Andretti, Johnny Sauter. Nuts. And Rusty Wallace wins at Auto Club, California Speedway, whatever the hell you want to call it. Jeff Burton finishing third, led the most laps. Sterling Marlin finishes second. Good to see him back up in the top 5. I don't think he's been in the top 10 the last couple of races. I might be wrong. Harvick finishes in 4th. Tony Stewart in 5th. Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, Jeff Green, Ryan Newman, and Ron Hornaday in the top 10. Ward finishes in 11th. We haven't seen Ward win in a while either. I feel like he won 2 races one season and just dipped. But how about Rusty? He's retired a couple of times before this. And they just didn't replace him. I'm not letting that happen. So it's good to see him win a race. Hopefully, if he retires at the end of this season, he at least gets a replacement. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got. Sterling Marlin, good run. Staying in the championship hunt. I didn't see Kenseth in down in 12th. Got to keep that in mind. Points leader more than likely. I think we have a banger on our hands, guys. 53 drivers. All the fantasy drivers are starting to whittle away. I'm not sad about it. Kenseth, your points leader. Sterling Marlin in second. 2 wins on the year. Kenseth already has 4. Good God. And yeah, Sterling Only been outside of the top 10 twice. Same as Kenseth. Oh, Kenseth's only been outside of it once. That was the first time he's been outside the top 10 all year. Tony Stewart in third. Dark horse. Needs to win some races, though. Anybody surprising? Although, holy shit, Johnny Benson's 12th in points. I guess all the DNFs will do that. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will definitely take that. Johnny Benson having a good year to start. Tim Sauter up in 13th. That's the highest the 5 car's been in points, and Jesus, I don't know, probably since the 90s. He's higher than Johnny. Shout out Terry Labonte, I guess. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm freaking tired. Oh, man. Yeah. Kenseth season, maybe. Hopefully it's Sterling Marlin. Sterling deserves a championship. We just gotta keep going. We gotta find out what's gonna happen. Tony Stewart's there too. Can't leave him out. Champ in real life 3 times. Champ no times right now. Maybe champ. I don't know. Pontiac excitement. I think we got some excitement. 1.2 second margin of victory. There's the Brian Vickers DNF that we've all been waiting for. Whoa, Dale Jr. wins. Dale Jr. wins at Richmond. I was expecting it to be Tony, because Tony's been really stinking good at Richmond. Led 193 laps. Johnny Sauter led 182 laps. Both of them coming from the 30s. Shit qualifying, good race. Jeff Burton finishes 3rd. Sterling Marlin in 4th. Harvick, Hornaday, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Matt Kenseth all the way down to 9th. Kurt Busch, and Bobby Labonte in 11th. Is Bobby? Oh boy, I'm pretty sure Bobby Labonte's the highest finishing Pontiac in the Pontiac Excitement 400. Coy Gibbs with a top 15. Tony Stewart all the way down in 14th after qualifying 3rd. Jeremy Mayfield led a lap somehow, finishing 15th. I don't understand. James Finch down in 16th. The 55 car's there. Kind of wanted to get James Finch in something better to see if he could do better, but we'll take it. How about Johnny Sauter? We're starting to see some of these Busch guys come in and threaten the Cup guys. It's good to see. It's good to see. Time for crown jewel number 2, the Coke 600. Tony Stewart won it last year, completing the double, winning the Indy 500 in 2014. That's right, Tony Stewart won the 2014 Indianapolis 500 and then won the Coca-Cola 600. All of that is false. Well, not him. Him winning in 2014 is true in our sim, but I don't know who actually won the 2014 Indy 500. Might as well have been Tony Stewart, honestly. I don't know. He's run the double every year, though. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry. But yes, 2015 Coca-Cola 600. I'm calling a shock winner right now. It's been 3 years. We haven't had a shock winner in a while. We're going for it. Calling our shot. 10.7 second margin of victory. The game had to think really hard about Brian Vickers DNFing. Also, what is up with Ron Hornaday? God bless, man. I feel like he's like 2 races, good finishes, DNF, DNF, good finish, not good finish, DNF. Get your shit together, Ron. Whoa! Okay, Kurt Busch wins the Coca-Cola 600. I said whoa because Tony Stewart finished 2nd. I think he's been in the top 3 the last 3 years. Last 2 years for sure. I think he finished second to Ricky Rudd, and then he won, and now he finishes 2nd to Kurt Busch. Matt Kenseth finishes 3rd. Ricky Craven with a top 5 at the Coke 600. Jeremy Mayfield with a top 5 at the Coke 600. All incredible. Sterling Marlin with a top 10. Jeff Burton, Johnny Sauter, Ashton Lewis Jr., and Bobby Labonte is your top 10. Johnny Benson right there in 11. So Sauter in his first try at the Coke 600 gets a top 10. That's good to see. I mean, the top 5 was crazy. I loved that. I loved Craven being in the top 5. I would love for him to win a race. I don't know if it's possible, but it's possible in NASCAR Thunder 2004. That I do know. But Kurt Busch, your Coke 600 winner. Like, kind of a shock, I guess. Kind of a shock. I'll take it. Oh my god. Well, first off, 14-second margin of victory at Dover. Ass kicking. It's not going to be Rusty Wallace, nor Kyle Petty, or Brian Vickers or Dale Jr., or Chad Chaffin, if anybody's really curious. Not sure who it's going to be. Also, to note, Kurt Busch won the Daytona 500 last year. It has not been a while since Kurt Busch won a race. It had been a while before he won the Daytona 500. It had been like 7 years, 4 years, some crazy shit. Tony Stewart wins at Dover, and you have your top 3 points runners right now: Tony Stewart, Kenseth, and Marlin, finishing 1, 2, 3. Holy hell! Tony Stewart led 263 laps, dominates. That's crazy. Sterling Marlin, the only person to finish in the top 5 that qualified in the top 10. Nuts. Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, 4th and 5th. Mark Martin, 6th. Johnny Sauter, 7th. Ron Hornaday in 8th. Jerry Mayfield in 9th. And Kevin Harvick in 10th. So all 4 Roush cars in the top 10. Well, 4 of the 5. We don't talk about Jamie McMurray being a part of Roush, unfortunately. 4 of the 5 in the top 10. 3 of them in the top 5. Roush has a good day, but Stewart comes out on top. I guess Jamie McMurray wanted to force his way into the conversation by DNFing. You could have won. We'd have talked about you if you won. Idiot. I blame Roush. 15.5-second margin of victory. Kenseth? No, it's... Whoa, Sterling Marlin. Oh my god. Sterling Marlin, that thing was turned up. 185 laps led of 200 at Pocono. Dominates. Dale Jr. finishes 2nd. Kenseth finishes 3rd. Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch, your top 5. Mark Martin, Ron Hornaday, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, and Kevin Harvick, the top 10. Stewart finishes in 11th. Sterling Marlin. Oh boy. He's making his point known. It's good to see. I love it. I know I bashed Sterling Marlin for a while, but I can change opinions, and I can also be bribed, but I can change opinions. Sterling Marlin has been good in this sim. That's what changed my opinion. I was ragging on him. He's been good, and it's good to see him doing well yet again. I just had to say something nice and jinx him. I fucking hate myself. Sterling Marlin, DNF, not good. 0.5 of a second margin of victory. Ashton Lewis Jr. also DNFs. Junior DNFs. Bobby Labonte, Scott Wimmer DNF. We talked about Sterling Marlin. I hate seeing that. I don't want to flip the results tab. Okay. Whoa. Not that bad. Jeff Burton steals one. Kind of. He led the most laps. Kind of steals one away from Kenseth. Kenseth was catching him, more than likely. But Kenseth finishes 2nd. Mark Martin, again, Roush, top 3. Yikes. Michael Waltrip finishes in 4th. Haven't seen Mikey do shit in a long time. Rusty Wallace in 5th. Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Ward Burton, Johnny Sauter, Jay Sauter, God, Ron Hornaday in 11th. It would have been better if Tim finished 12th or not 8th or something. Could add all 3 Sauters. Bang, bang, bang. Johnny Sauter not having a bad rookie season, all things considered. James Finch in 13th. Coy Gibbs has been disappointing, unfortunately. I was hoping he'd be better, especially being in such a good car. But Jeff Burton wins the first leg of the night swing. I love it. I love night races. So beautiful, especially at Michigan. Put lights at MIS, please. Didn't even think to check the standings. Doesn't matter. Tim Sauter, DNF. Coy Gibbs finishes 39th. Terrible. Rookies have had good luck at road courses, and Coy Gibbs just not good. Not good here. Tim Sauter only 14 laps. I did not race, and I led 3 laps. And still finished 42nd. I don't understand. Yo! What the fuck? The whole field is a Sauter sandwich. Yes, dude. Yes, Johnny Sauter race winner. I literally just said rookies have been good at road courses. Johnny Sauter leads 11 laps en route to his first victory at Night Infineon. I think that's where Ron Hornaday won his first race too. That's awesome. Mark Martin finishes in second. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Jay Sauter with a top 5. Might be his first top 5 ever. Rusty Wallace, Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, and Kevin Harvick, your top 10. Jimmy Jam in 11th. How about Johnny Sauter, though? That's incredible. Only a race late. We'll check the standings. Kenseth is first by a lot. Tony Stewart in second, 125 points back. Marlon in third, 153 points back. Really hate he DNF'd. That sucks. Average finish is 7.6. My God. What's Stewart's average finish? 6.1. Kenseth's has to be 5th. Like, it has to be 5th. 12 top 5s, 14 top 10s, 4.7. Oh my gosh. I would like to point out, we have 3 guys battling for the championship with no career championships. We're going to have a first-time champ this season. Even Jeff Burton, chilling in 4th, has no championships. Mark Martin, no championships. Unless you watched my video where we won him one finally. Kurt Busch, no championships. Rusty Wallace, 1 championship. Thank you everybody that told me that in like episode 1. Harvick, no championships. So like 8 of the top 10 don't have a championship. Now granted, most of those 8 are not able to win the championship, but I mean, craziness. Jay Sauter, DNF, not good. 6.8 second margin of victory. Jamie McMurray finished 39th. Behind a fantasy driver. Eli Gold started on pole. I think that guy is a part of MRN or PRN. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think I heard somebody say that. Or I'm going crazy. Oh my God. Kenseth wins at Daytona. Ron Hornaday finishes second. Oh, man. I want him to win another race. He's been so good. Rusty Wallace finishes in 3rd. Kurt Busch in 4th. Johnny Sauter, top 5 at Daytona after DNFing in the 500. Jeff Burton in 6th. Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Johnny Andretti, and Coy. There we go. Coy Gibbs, top 10. Steve Park in 11th. Ooh. Ew, man. No Sterling Marlin, I just realized. Sterling down in 16. He's going to have to mount a charge. Fantasy Daytona Road Course, 2.8 second margin of victory. I was hoping for a Kenseth DNF. Look at all the Roush cars. Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, not Elliott Sadler, Harrison Burton, whatever. Brian Vickers, DNF. Nobody cares. James Finch, DNF. We kind of care. Man. Tough day for Roush. I can't wait to flip it over, and Kenseth probably won because he's been doing that this season. Oh, I am still so upset that Sterling Marlin DNF'd. And no, it is not Matt Kenseth that wins. It's Mark Martin that wins. Mark Martin wins the Daytona Road Course race. Bobby Labonte finishes second. Well, he's the only Labonte now. Whatever. Bobby Labonte finishes second. Kenseth, Rusty Wallace, Chad Chaffin, Michael Waltrip with a top 10. Ward Burton with a top 10. Jay Sauter with a top 10. Coy Gibbs back-to-back top 10s. And Jeremy Mayfield in 10th. Sterling down in 11th. Not good. Not good. We need him to pick it up. Sterling, sending you positive vibes, man. Come on, Sterling. You got this. You got this, buddy. As we head to the Daytona Beach 500, send positive vibes to Sterling Marlin. He needs them. We need a Kenseth DNF, too. I'm going to catch hell for saying Kenseth needs to DNF. I just realized. No. God bless America, dude. Oh. Well, 2 of our 3 rookies DNF'd. Sterling Marlin DNFs. Damn it, man. Come on. But Dale Jr. wins. I think his 3rd race of the year. Second. Second for sure. Maybe 3rd. Labonte in 2nd. Kenseth in 3rd. Tony Stewart. Harvick. Johnny Benson. Just Johnny Benson's been so good this year. Just realized that. Ashton Lewis Jr. in 7th. Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Michael Waltrip, your top 10. Craven finishes in 11th. How many laps did Junior lead? Only 78. Harvick actually led the most laps. Didn't get the win. I'm so hurt. Sterling Marlin DNF'd. So hurt. Chicagoland. 2.4 second margin of victory. Bring back Chicagoland, even though I'm pretty sure it's a parking lot now, along with Auto Club Speedway. Steve Park, DNF. Sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Yo, Harvick. Finally, bro. Harvick breaks through with a win. Dale Jr. led the most laps. Jeff Burton finishes 2nd. Jr. in 3rd. Bobby Labonte and Matt Kenseth. Hornaday in 6th. Tony Stewart. Sterling Marlin back in the top 10. Kurt Busch in the top 10. Jimmy Johnson rounds out the top 10. Mark Martin finishes 11th. Sterling, we need you to climb, my friend. Not that I hate Kenseth, but I want the Sterling Marlin championship so bad. Or Harvick would be cool too. Harvick's way out of it, but I don't know. I don't know. Time to see how bad it is. Kenseth had like a 130-point lead on Tony Stewart last time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. He's the... Oh, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say he's the new Dale Jarrett. He's not. He's not. Sterling Marlin only 60 points behind Tony Stewart for 2nd. The 2 DNFs has killed him. 9.7 average finish. Tony Stewart only an 8 average finish. Not that bad, but 300 points back. Kenseth having an all-time season. God dang. 4.3 average finish. Jesus. 5 wins. Holy cow, Kenseth has been on it this season. That's incredible. That's incredible. Everybody finishes the Brickyard. 1.6 second margin of victory. I didn't even hype it up again. I don't know. I suck, I guess. Jeff Burton won it last year. Tony Stewart the year before. That's probably my favorite Brickyard result, is Tony Stewart winning it. 1.6 second margin of victory. Who's it going to be? The fantasy driver started on pole. Bobby Labonte. Not the first time he's done it either. It's the 3rd time he's done it. Wins the Brickyard. Dale Jr. finishes in 2nd. Great job by Jr. 110 laps led. 10 bonus points. Rusty finishes 3rd. Tony Stewart in 4th. That's who I was hoping would win it. Nothing better than a Tony Stewart Indianapolis win. Jeff Green in 5th, Ashton Lewis Jr., Johnny Sauter, Ron Hornaday, Sterling Marlin, and Ward Burton is your top 10. Kenseth all the way down in 21st. Had a rough day at the Brickyard. Who was 2nd in points? It was Tony. Okay, so Sterling not going to gain any points on Tony, but they're both going to gain quite a few points on Matt Kenseth, which is good. Good to see. Oh, poor Mikey. DNF. Not good. For DEI's had a rough season. Steve Park DNF, Mikey DNF, Junior's DNF'd about 18 times. Coy Gibbs, Harrison Burton. Oh my god, Rusty finished 38th. He started 4th. What the hell happened? I don't know. Whoa, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? What? Huh? No. No, that's not true. That's Shane Hall has won Watkins Glen. What the fuck? What? He took over the 26 after year 1, hasn't done shit, and just... I'm gonna win Watkins Glen, everybody! Fuck out of here. Ashton Lewis Jr. finishes 2nd. I would have been much happier if he won. Jeff Burton finishes 3rd. Is Shane Hall a real person? Can somebody tell me in the comments? I'll probably end up looking it up, but... Jeff Burton finishes 3rd. Dale Jr. in 4th. Sterling Marlin in 5th. Matt Kenseth in 6th. Kevin Harvick, Ron Hornaday, top 10. Johnny Sauter, top 10. And Johnny Andretti rounds out the top 10. Jay Sauter in 11th. I know Shane Hall starts in like the 63. But is he real? Is my question. I have no idea. What the? Why? Why Shane Hall? Why can't I? Why not, like, I don't know, literally anybody else, like Ricky Craven? What the fuck? Oh boy. Damn it. 1/10 of a second margin of victory. Sterling Marlin DNF. I hate it here. Jimmy. Johnny and Jay both DNF. Robbie Gordon also DNFs. Also, fun fact, in that other sim I have for fun, Robbie Gordon retired after year 1. I don't know. If you guys want to see it, let me know. God dang it, Sterling. Kenseth wins. I beat Ryan Newman by almost a second. Holy laps led 133 of them. Newman, obviously, we just talked about it, finishes second. Bobby Labonte, Rusty Wallace, Johnny freaking Benson at his home race finishes 5th. Jeremy Mayfield, Jeff Burton, Brian Vickers, Kevin Harvick, Ashton Lewis Jr., your top 10. Tim Sauter finishes in 11th. I think Kenseth. Kenseth has it in the bag at this point. He dominated. Is this the greatest season, like greatest single season by a driver up to this point? I don't know. I don't know. We're also, I don't know if I talked about it last episode. I'm going to try and put it all together so we can have an awards show at the end of the last episode, which I'll be watching live with you guys when I premiere it. Damn, Matt Kenseth. Oh, he's running away with it. Second to last crown jewel here. Bristol Motor Speedway. Sharpie, 500. Tony Stewart, your winner last year. Jeff Gordon won it the year before. We've had a good variety of people winning it. Dale Jr. has 3. Dale Jarrett has 2. Sterling Marlin has 2. But other than that, I think... Oh, Stewart's won it twice, too. Everybody else is only... No, Jeff Gordon won it twice. You know what? Maybe we haven't had a good variety of winners. Mark Martin, the only guy to win it once. It's just been kind of peppered back and forth. DJ won it the first 2 years. Sterling Marlin won it twice. And then Gordon won it. And then Junior back-to-back. And then we have not had a repeat winner in a while. So if Tony Stewart wins, we'll have our first repeat winner of the Bristol Night Race since Dale Jr. in 2008. Like winning it back-to-back years. I'm just going to hit simulate. I am out of my mind today. Unhinged. Talking a bunch of gobbledygook nonsense. Jeff Green, DNF. That makes sense. 7.5 second margin of victory. He's back, baby. Sterling Marlin wins the Bristol Night Race for the first time since 2005. Hell yeah. Dale Jr. finishes second. Would have been his first since 2011, but he couldn't get it done. Jeff Burton in third. Jimmy Johnson with a top 5. Johnny Benson, another top 5. Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Jeremy Mayfield, Mark Martin, your top 10. Did Sterling lead the most laps? No, he did not. Jeff Burton did. Holy shit. Led over half the race. But Sterling gets the job done in the Bristol Night Race. As now it is time for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. I would say my favorite crown jewel, but I think it's a tie between Bristol and Darlington. My favorite 2 crown jewels. Jeff Gordon won it last year en route to his 8th championship, putting really, the bow on it. Just a disclaimer, Kenseth has won it twice in 2011 and 2013 in the sim. It's an odd year. It went Kenseth Gordon. I don't like trends like that. I don't. We're just gonna have to find out who's gonna win the Southern 500, the last crown jewel of the year here in 2015. Well, it's not gonna be Chad Chaffin, Jeff Burton, or Jeremy Mayfield. They all DNF. 7.8 second margin of victory. It's not looking good. It is looking good. Sterling Marlin, hell yes. Sterling Marlin wins Darlington. Did he sweep Darlington? I'll have to check. He might have actually swept Darlington. Sterling Marlin has won 3 of the 5 crown jewels this season too. Mark Martin finishes second after starting on the pole. Oh my god. Sterling Marlin led 300 fucking laps. Let's go. Tony Stewart in third. Kurt Busch in fourth. Jimmy Johnson. What the fuck? What am I doing? Rusty Wallace in sixth. I was gonna say Jimmy Jam, and it came out Jimmy Johns. I don't know. Bobby Labonte in seventh. Ryan Newman, Kenseth down in ninth. Shane Hall at top 10. Coy Gibbs in 11th. He's not been terrible. He's just DNF'd a couple times. But hell yeah. Sterling Marlin. 300 laps led after starting 13th. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. We know what we're about to see. I'm just hoping it's closer than the 300 points we saw last time. That's really all I'm hoping for. Closer than 300 points. It's not. It's not. Damn, man. Kenseth running away with it. And Stewart and Marlin are not having bad years. That's crazy. If Matt Kenseth wasn't here, it'd be a really good championship battle, though. I will say that. Holy cow. Kenseth. 6 wins. He's up to 60 on his career. We gotta keep an eye on that. He's 4 away, by the way. 4 away from a 10-win season. It might happen. 5.2 average finish. Jesus. Kenseth killing it. Tony Stewart having a good year. 8.7 average finish. The same as last year when he finished second in the points. And Sterling Marlin with his 5 wins. A 10 average finish. It's all the DNFs. He's got 56 career wins. Come on, Sterling. We need it. We need it. Don't you give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Also, how old would he be in 2015? That's a great question. He'd be 50 in 2007, so he's... Oh my god, he's almost 60 years old. He's like 57. 58, maybe. Pushing for a championship. Come on, Sterling. You got this. I'm so disappointed. I already saw it. I had to take a second. Damn. Hornaday, Finch, Marlin, DNFs. Man. Dale Jr. wins the Monte Carlo the Chevy Monte Carlo 400. That's good. Chevy on top at their race. Mark Martin finishes second. Sauter in third. We haven't seen him up here in a while. But Johnny Sauter finishes in third. Kevin Harvick in fourth. Jeremy Mayfield fifth. Bobby Labonte, Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth another top 10. Kurt Busch top 10. Johnny Benson in 11th. Johnny Benson championship season incoming. I'm calling it now. Man, it's the season of the DNFs. Like, DNFs have killed so many people. Kenseth just hasn't DNF'd. That's why he's winning the championship. He's been in the top 10 every race, hasn't DNF'd. Sterling Marlin has been in the top 10 a lot, but he's DNF'd like 3 times. I hate it. It's the Daytona curse is back. The Daytona curse is back. Holy DNFs again. 1.7 second margin of victory. Brian Vickers, we're not surprised to see you here. Bobby Labonte, I am surprised to see here. 1.7 second margin of victory. Kurt Busch, your winner at New Hampshire. 2 wins on the year for old Kurt Busch. Dale Jr. in second. Sterling Marlin in third. Bounces back nicely after his DNF. Did not lead the most points. Lead the most laps. Hornaday in fourth. Jeff Burton in fifth. Matt Kenseth in sixth. Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Ryan Newman, and Ashton Lewis Jr. just outside the top 10. Of course, Kenseth is going to lead the most laps. You dickhead. Good to see Ron Hornaday up here. He hasn't won a race this year. Kind of a shocker that he hasn't. Good to see Kurt Busch, though, winning races. Need him to do it consistently next season. Fingers crossed. There's a lot of people I need to see win championships in the last 5, 6 episodes of this, whatever it is. Kurt Busch, one of them. I would love to see it. J-Mac and Ricky Craven. DNF. 1.9 second margin of victory at Dover. Much better than the, what was it, 17, 15 second? Whatever it was. Whatever it was. The first time around. And Dale Jr. wins. He beats Matt Kenseth, leads 93 laps, 10 bonus points. Yeah. Kenseth, I don't know, couldn't catch him. Whatever. Johnny Sauter, another top 5. Johnny Sauter's been really stinking good for a rookie. Kurt Busch in 4th, Bobby Labonte in 5th, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson started on the pole. Dover King not doing shit again. Finished 7th at Texas too. Weird nugget. Mark Martin in 8th, Ashton Lewis Jr. in 9th, Ward Burton in 10th, Johnny Benson in 11th. Don't know what to make of this other than Kenseth again just trying to drop that average finish. Kurt Busch, DNF. Coy Gibbs, DNF. Hate to see it. Coy had been doing pretty solid for a while. Fantasy driver starts on the pole. Sure. Okay. Sounds good to me. 1.2 second margin of victory. You bastard. Matt Kenseth wins at Kansas. Leads 126 laps. Johnny Benson finishes 2nd. He was catching Kenseth. 10 more laps and he wins it. Bobby Labonte finishes 3rd. Jeff Burton in 4th. Tim Sauter in 5th. Mark Martin, Ashton Lewis Jr., Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, and Johnny Sauter down in 10th. That's not Mark Martin. That's Sterling Marlin in 11th. Oh, man. Kenseth is just on a warpath now that Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon are gone. 5-second margin of victory. We made it 61 laps, so there's more DNFs ahead of us. Jimmy Johnson's one of them. Robbie Gordon. Nobody cares about Robbie Gordon. And Rusty Wallace, also DNFs. I needed to take a drink real quick. If you're watching this at this point, make sure you hydrate. I don't know what I'm about to see. Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, well, first off, Mark Martin wins, dominates, led 93 laps. Matt Kenseth finishes 2nd. Kurt Busch finishes 3rd. Jeff Burton finishes 4th. Jeremy Mayfield finishes 5th. Now, if you notice something about that top 5, 4 of the top 5 drivers are Roush drivers. Unreal. John Andretti in 6th. Kevin Harvick. James Finch with the top 10. Ward Burton with the top 10. Dale Jr. rounds out the top 10 in 10th. No, Sterling Marlin all the way down in 18th. Tony Stewart down in 21st. Jesus. Jamie McMurray finished 31st. Michael Waltrip started on the pole. Did he lead a lap? No. Nobody ever starts on the pole and leads a lap unless they win, I feel like. McMurray finishes 31st. Too bad he couldn't have finished like 6th. That would have been hilarious. I'm not looking at the point standings until the end of the season. You already know what they look like. Shane Hall ran 69 laps, DNF'd. Good for you, Shane. Bobby Labonte DNFs also. I don't know why I'm taking the piss with the whole Shane Hall win thing. Like, that should be cool. Shock winner, yay. Why Shane Hall? Why couldn't it be somebody like Jimmy Johnson? Why can't we get a Jimmy Johnson win? I don't know. 2.3 second margin of victory. Yep. Yeah, he started 37th. And Ashton Lewis Jr., hello. He got the 10 bonus points. Led 178 laps. Or he got the 5 extra bonus points, whatever. Kenseth, just... You know, they're like, stop, they're already dead. Yeah, that's Kenseth right now. Mark Martin in 2nd. Tony Stewart in 3rd. Jeff Burton, Ashton Lewis Jr., Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Sterling Marlin in the top 10. Johnny Sauter also in the top 10. Harvick in 11th. This feels like the year Mark Martin was really close to winning a championship, and he finished not on top, and he finished like 4th or 5th. That's how this season feels for Sterling Marlin. Like that is the same heartbreak I feel right now. Name a more iconic duo than Brian Vickers and DNFing at Martinsville, or having issues at Martinsville. Shout out. What year was that? I just watched the video on it. It's like 2009 or some shit, where he ran over everybody and Kenseth wrecked the fuck out of him. Yeah. 2.9 second margin of victory. Jimmy Johnson also DNF'd. Also, the Cup race yesterday, William Byron won it. I have not watched the replay. I do not care. I hate William Byron. I do like Jeff Burton, though. Jeff Burton wins at Martinsville. Bobby Labonte led 240 laps. Good God. Kurt Busch finishes in third. Bobby finished second for you, those of you listening to this like a podcast. Johnny Sauter finished fourth. Sterling in fifth. Matt Kenseth, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Ashton Lewis Jr., Ron Hornaday back in the top 10. Not a winner this year. Probably not going to win a race. Man, the two top dogs, I guess. Yeah, the two top dogs. Finished 1-2. Wonder how Burton got around Bobby Labonte. Leave it to your imagination. Oh, no. I was hoping Hornaday was going to win at Rockingham, honestly, just to be like, hey, I'm still here. No, he just DNFs. Just to say, hey, I'm still here. Sterling Marlin DNFs, too. Damn, man. Johnny Benson DNFs. Oh, my God. Did anybody finish this race? Jesus. Oh, Tony Stewart wins. The race has a redeeming quality. Tony Stewart wins. Led 195 laps to Dale Jr.'s 166. Jr. finishes second. Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, Johnny Sauter in fifth. Mark Martin, Brian Vickers, Rusty Wallace, Kevin Harvick, and Tim Sauter, your top 10. Ryan Newman and Kenseth. Kenseth outside of the top 10 for the first time in God knows how long. I'm going to have to write down his stats after this and go back and look at stats from other seasons. This has been insane from Kenseth. Phoenix, 3.14 second margin of victory. Oh, he finally DNF'd. The championship leads cut down to like, oh, I don't know, 400 points. That's going to hurt the average finish. I really want to go see what the average finish is. He has annihilated the entire field. Kevin Harvick wins at Phoenix. Kevin Harvick leads 134 laps. Kenseth did not. I looked at the 10 and still thought Kenseth might have led the most laps. Ryan Vickers led a bunch of laps. Sure. Jeff Burton in second. Rusty Wallace in third. Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Jay Sauter, Ryan Vickers, Kyle Petty with the top 10. Jeremy Mayfield and Bobby Labonte. There's too many Sauters. Johnny finishes 11th. Jay, Johnny, and Tim. Good lord. Just so I can prove a point to you guys. Oh, it was only 350. My bad. Oh my god. Sterling Marlin. Yikes. Oh, that's like a literal gut punch. He's had a good year. He finished like 11.6 average finish is not bad. I hate it. I hate it for him. Kenseth not gonna win 10 races. 6.2 average finish. It's been better than that. He's been more dominant than that. Jeff Burton 3 wins. Tony with 2 wins. Oh, Tony 2 wins. 8.5 average finish. Still could catch Jeff Burton for second. And I mean, we really all knew this outcome too. I hadn't shown it yet, but yeah, Johnny Sauter, race winner, 1,000-point lead. Yeah, makes sense. No DNFs, no cautions. Robbie Gordon, please retire so somebody else can take over the 31. I don't know who at this point. I really don't. 7.6 second margin of victory. Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins at Homestead. That means Matt Kenseth definitely can't win 10 races this year. Johnny Benson finishes in second. Mark Martin in third. Sterling Marlin bounce back, finishes fourth. Tony Stewart in fifth. Jeremy Mayfield, Kurt Busch, Steve Park, Ricky Craven, Ward Burton. There's Kenseth in 11th. I mean, the championship's been wrapped up since Phoenix. So, not much going on. We're going to finish off the season, and then we will discuss, is this the greatest season ever? By a single driver. It sure as hell's been a beatdown. That's the one thing I'm sure of. Oh no, Ron Hornaday DNF'd. Dang it. No wins for Hornaday this year. Tony Stewart finishes second. Not finishes second. He DNF'd. Jay Sauter DNFs. Mark Martin DNFs. That's the end of the DNFs. Can Kenseth win and wrap up one of the most dominant seasons yet? No, Sterling Marlin is. Sterling Marlin's going to win 0.4 of a second the margin of victory over Jeff Burton. Kenseth finishes in third, however. Rusty Wallace fourth. Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr., Robbie Gordon, Ashton Lewis Jr., Ryan Newman, Kevin Harvick in 11th, Chad Chaffin in 12th, Jeff Green, Johnny Sauter 14th, Coy Gibbs 15th, Michael Waltrip, Johnny Benson, Tim Sauter, Jeremy Mayfield, Jamie McMurray's your top 20. I don't know why I went all the way down to 20th, but I did. Shine a light on those guys outside of the top 10. Sterling Marlin, what a season. And he bookends it. The whole season's a Sterling Marlin sandwich. He won the first and last race. I love it. That's such a good season. He deserved a championship. But Kenseth, so good. He was so good. Yeah. 300. He almost had a point lead for every day of the year over Jeff Burton. Tony Stewart finishes 3rd. Sterling Marlin finishes at 5th. Disappointing with all the DNFs. We'll just blame Ganassi. But Matt Kenseth, Jesus. What a season. Finally breaks through. It only took Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon retiring. But Matt Kenseth, finally a champion here in 2015. 6.3 average finish. I mean, what a year. What a year. I mean, that is a Dale Jarrett style ass kicking if I've seen one since DJ. What was it 2012 when DJ dominated? It might have been. I'll have to go back and look because this is going to be one of the awards as the most dominant season. Kenseth is going to be up there. He's going to be in the running. I can assure you of that. It's been a season. Hornaday, yeah. 3 top 5s, 12 top 10s. Are the wins really masking him not being very good? It's possible. He DNF'd a shit ton this year. Sad to see him not get a win. Hornaday has been one of the bright spots of the simulation for sure. Scott Wimmer, 6 poles. Too bad he can't convert any of those into a win as my controller just broke. I thought it died. It's not dead. We're good. Yeah, Scott Wimmers. He gets a yearly top 10 and calls it good. Except he hasn't gotten a yearly top 10 in 2 years, but bi-yearly now? I don't know. Jimmy Johnson had 4 poles. Ryan Newman had 3. Fantasy drivers, yeah. Kenseth with 8 wins. Sterling Marlin had 6. Dale Jr. had 5. And then Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton had 3. Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace, or Kurt Busch with 2. Tony with 2. And then Rusty Wallace, Johnny Sauter, Bobby Labonte, Shane Hall, of all fucking people. Shane Hall. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm not salty or mad about it or anything. Kenseth, 22 top 5s, 30 top 10s. He finished outside of the top 10 6 times, and one of those was a DNF. Average finish is 6.3. That is ridiculous. Mark Martin, Roush as a whole, Jesus. They had the most top 10s. They had 4 of the top 5 top 10ers of the season, I guess. Top 10ers, that's not a word. Sterling Marlin had 18 top 5s. So when he finished really good. But when he didn't finish, he did not finish at all. When he didn't finish good, which sucks. I really think Sterling Marlin should have a championship. I think he got robbed by Dale Jarrett, honestly. That's really the problem here. Dale Jarrett took away one of his seasons where he should have won a championship. I don't even remember what year it was now. What year did he finish second in points? There's one in 06, which Dale Jarrett won. He finished second in 03. Dale Jarrett won. 9.1 average finish. Pretty good. Only 2 wins. And then, where did he finish? Finished 4th in 04. That's the year he probably actually should have won. 8 wins. Again, just DNFs. So hopefully Sterling Marlin comes back for another season. We're going to do silly season and find out. Well, this is not at all what I wanted to see. Rusty Wallace has retired. Sterling Marlin has retired. 57 career wins. Insane. Man, that sucks. Is that the best That's got to be the best retirement. He could go another season. I can't get him to not retire. Basically, I've tried to manipulate it, you know, for content. Man, Sterling Marlin retires. Oh, no. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. 57 career wins. I need to do a better job of keeping track of all the career wins next time I do this. It puts him on the list pretty fairly high up. I mean, 6 wins in his last season. He could have gone another season, but he absolutely would not retire. So, hate to see that. Sterling Marlin retiring. Rusty Wallace goes out a winner in his last season. Thank you, Rusty. You've provided some stuff. He also tied Dale Earnhardt. I did not even notice that. Did not even notice it for a second. Rusty Wallace ties the Intimidator in career wins. That's pretty cool. Also, BC Vaught. What a guy. I mean, he's been incredible. Dan Pardis is going to take over the Blue Deuce. Sure. I've seen Dan Pardis be not very good. Mike Brown's going to take over the Joe Gibbs 18 in Xfinity, or whatever, Busch Series. Mike McLaughlin. I have denied him from being on so many teams. He's going to take over the Ganassi 40. I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully, well. That is, I hope he goes crazy, because that would be hilarious. But yes, Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace, thank you guys so much for your service to this simulation. Sterling Marlin, I'm sorry my positivity wasn't enough. And that's that. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it around with your friends, comment, thank you Sterling Marlin, or thank you Rusty Wallace, or both. Comment that in the comment section if you watch this part of the video. Yeah, we will see you soon. I'm going to try and get like a bunch of these out this week, so keep your eyes peeled. Be ready to watch. Be ready to watch and spread the word.